Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about CHARGE. CHARGE is a serious genetic syndrome that is correlated with the mutated gene CHD7. Babies with CHARGE are often suffering from life-threatening birth defects. They spend many months in the hospital and undergo numerous surgeries. The odds are 1 to 10,000 babies are born with CHARGE. So each letter in CHARGE stands for a different feature of CHARGE. There are many features of charge, but some of um, the characteristics and features that used to determine whether or not a child has charge is related to the name. So the C stands for Columbia of the eye that results in vision loss. The H stands for heart defects. The A is atresia of the cone, possibly causing nasal obstruction, making it harder to breathe. Um, the R and the G stand for restriction of growth and development, and the E stands for ear abnormalities and deafness. So some of the sensory deficits that children with charge of, are prone to ear infections, um, fluid in the ears, resulting in the need for tubes. They could be missing semicircular canals, or they might be too small, which can cause trouble hearing or could result in hearing loss and balance problems overall. The the vision side of things, vision can be lost by the columbia of the iris, retina, choroid, macula, or the disc in the eye. Some cognitive abilities. So the cognitive abilities of children with charge are decreased, but 30 to 50% of the children with charge actually have normal intelligence. Children with charge are mostly underestimated. Most of the time, they're underestimated. Um, but when you are assessing the student, please take into account that there are going to be combined hearing, vision, and balance issues, making it difficult for the student to do the task, especially or that we ask, especially as music teachers, because when we are teaching music, we are relying on our vision, our ears, um, and balance. We are able to balance the instrument and work and multitask with different things. We also have to be able to hear and see the music. So when we have a child with charge, it could be harder to kind of combine all three of those because they could be blind, or they could just be hard, of hearing. Maybe some vision problems. It's not as clear as we need it to be, or it's just like you'll need larger music. Um, and some students might have trouble balancing their instruments, and having like the coordination that they need and the balance they need to function normally in the music classroom. So some of the curriculum that we should be kind of following. So the curriculum that we choose should be challenging and age appropriate, because the children with charge are very capable. They actually have an impressive ability to learn and retain ideas. So when we're teaching those, as long as you are creating an environment where it is challenging and information, you're just like having fun, the engagement, those are all important. When we're creating an environment, we need to make sure that we have an area where our children with charge can take frequent sensory breaks. Whether that's having a beanbag chair in a quiet room with low lighting, having a weighted blanket, just having an area where the student can be in a position where they can release everything that they need, to have that quiet time to themselves to kind of compose. Some ideas that we can integrate into the classroom are some better organization skills. To bring order to your lessons, structure them so that the student is working in an organized manner. For example, they should be working from left to right. If you create a list for the student to for the day, like a daily task list, work from the left to the right or from the top to the bottom, bottom to the top. Just create a system where it's going to be organized so that the student can focus on what they need to do. Utilize lists and encourage healthy organizational skills. So, creating that list and working on that list in that order is very important. To motivate children with charge, choose activities that are going to be interesting. Fun games, would be a very appropriate activity. So use materials that are interesting and rewarding. I just noticed there's a typo there, but that is rewarding. Use a behavior chart that utilizes that you can utilize to track a student's progress, to reward them for hard work, not discipline. Hey, you did a really good job today. Overcoming some obstacles and playing your instrument the best that you could. You're doing a great job. You're really, here's a sticker on your behavior chart. You get 10 stickers, you get a prize. When we're accommodating students in the musical setting, we need to accommodate vision, motor, and hearing for those deficits. So when we're conducting or making gestures or teaching, we need to make those gestures big. Invest in some large print music or try to find a way to enlarge that music so that it is easier for the student with charge to see, and be prepared to accommodate blind children, whether that's encouraging oral skills, or finding a way to physically like teach the student, this is where your hands go, like in this instrument, this is how you do it, here are the keys. You're going to have to learn how to adapt to that setting without the student trying to see, like being able to see. So it's going to be very difficult to set that up, but as teachers, we'll find a way. We can always find a way. It is up to us to teach functional skills to students with charge. So we can utilize percussion to kind of teach different motor skills. It involves, the tapping. You can just tap, drumming, things like that. And we need to make sure that we can create an area, again, where the student can take sensory breaks. Loud music can be too much, but we can also need to accommodate students with hearing loss. So again, making those big gestures, having somebody there to interpret sign language, learning sign language ourselves would be very important. But again, it's very important to get that sensory break, because when students can reach a breaking point when we push them too hard, and when you push a student too hard, it can create more problems than we want. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to my presentation today, and have a great day.